Hello and welcome to Tiny Desk Knitting with Emma. I'm so sorry for my very long hiatus. I didn't record after I ran the marathon because I was still in Arizona, and then I didn't record last week because I was not feeling well. I hadn't been sick in about a year and a half, which is crazy. But I have a really good immune system from running all the time, and I take a lot of zinc. But my immune system was low after the marathon, so I got it was a pretty mild cold actually, but I had a cold and I was just like not about it. So I didn't record. But I've had a very busy 3 weeks, I guess, which started with running a marathon in Arizona, which went fine. Totally fine. I PR'd by like 40 seconds. It was a rough marathon. I won't lie. The course was way harder than advertised and expected, and it got really hot, and there wasn't that much opportunity to drink water. Like there weren't water stops, kind of like the last few miles when it was really hot and sunny. And I was like, okay, you should know it was gonna be hot and sunny. This is Arizona, and it's like now 10 a.m. and B, everyone's thirsty at the end of a marathon. Put more water stops here. Anyway, it was a whole thing. But my friends and I had a really good time. Lots of crazy things happened, and we had fun. Really good time. So I'm really grateful that went well and we didn't have any travel snafus. Yeah, and then a few days after we got back was my birthday, which was awesome. Had a really fun birthday party with all my friends at a bonfire. And then it was Thanksgiving. Yeah, I ran a race the day after my birthday in Philly, the 5-mile race as part of marathon weekend, and I had a lot of one of my big toe nails was really painful. Still, a week later, it's definitely feeling better. I don't know if it's gonna fall off. I hope it doesn't. I've never lost a toenail to running, so I really would like to keep that streak alive. But then my other foot has been having pain when I run, in one of the tendons that's coming down from my big toe, at that hinge of my foot and ankle. And I don't know if the problem is a specific tendon issue or if there's a larger problem with my posterior chain, because I've had some tightness in my calf as well from running and some weird stuff with my hamstrings. So I'm gonna just take it really easy for the next few days and see what happens. And then if it's really not getting better, I'm just gonna call the sports doctor to get that seen so we can start going to PT. But yeah, and Wicked 2 came out, which was awesome. So I said I was going to release my cowl patterns, which I still haven't done, but I did take pictures of myself wearing the Glinda cowl today. So I think I'm going to release that this week. It's going to be called the Bubble Cowl. And I have it right here. And I needed to record this to show it to you because it's too small for me. So, and I think it's just too small for an adult, honestly. So this is my bubble cowl with Glinda's bubble on it many times. It is a Fair Isle cowl that is lined with this cashmere wool blend. I have suggestions for this in the pattern if you want to use a cashmere or something. I used a yarn that somebody gave to me, and it was white, and I dyed it pink, and I dyed the green one green. But you can get Cardiff Cashmere is a really good brand, and they have 25-gram balls of DK weight cashmere, 100% cashmere. And that's the first time I ever knitted one of these. That's what I lined my cowl with. I just had one ball of that. And I knitted the outside of the cowl. I don't have it with me, but it's the same as my alphaba cowl, which I'm going to call, I don't know, I think we're going to kind of call it the verdigris cowl. Back to my thought. The first time I knitted that, which was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Wow, it was right after I moved to Baltimore. I had this ball of cashmere that my brother gave me, and I didn't know what to do with it, and then I realized I could line the cowl with it. And I did, and it was the most comfortable thing in the world. I just had knitted this random tube this from a chart from Selbu Patterns, and I ended up just finding a pair of needles that were 3 sizes bigger. I used a 2, and then I used a 5 or a 6 for the inside, decreased by half, and then knitted stockinette until I ran out of yarn. And then I switched back to Fair Isle Shetland yarn, and I knitted like one round, and then I knitted a round where I increased double. So like, you know, I decreased from like 200 to 100, and then I went back up to 200. Those are just arbitrary numbers. And then so that I had the same number as my provisional cast on, unzipped the provisional cast on, and then I grafted them together. And that is how I do all of these cowls. But this one came out too small. So this is about to go to a 5-year-old girl on whom it will be too big, but she will be able to wear it for some time, I think, probably, and she will like it. So but I have to give it to her tonight at Run Club because I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks because I was sick last week and I was on the marathon the week before that. So this was my opportunity to show it to you before it goes live. I will put the link in the description. Maybe I'll just publish it tomorrow on Tuesday. Yeah, I probably will have time to get my act together to publish this on tomorrow on Tuesday. So this is available up there. You can buy the Glinda cowl pattern, the bubble cowl. I think it's called the bubble cowl. Should maybe have planned that before I told you that. This is knitted in J&S, Jamison and Smith 2-ply jumper weight, Jamison's of Shetland Spindrift, and there's a little bit of Ralma in here, I think. Those are the 3 yarns I usually use. Here they all are on the top shelf here, in no particular order and not looking neat, except for sort of this blue and purple one, excuse me. This is my Wicked water bottle that I totally got from Awala because my name starts with E. So I thought it was fine. And it's super fun. I love it. It's also huge. It's like 32 ounces. I am really living my best life with like all the Wicked promotional branding stuff. I'm extremely susceptible to it. So if you can't tell, I am joining the fun with this and the Elphaba one, which I will release next week, I guess. And the other thing I put on Ravelry was my next cup cozy. I actually said that I was going to do that, and I actually did it. Huge, honestly. So it's called the Cassiopeia cup cozy. I just named it after a constellation because there's a star on it. My original one is the Starry cup cozy, which is here. Pattern for that's up here somewhere. This is the one I released last year, but the Cassiopeia one is new. It's not this pattern. It's a similar, you know, Selbu star, but of course my samples are pink and green for Wicked. You can see it's the Cassiopeia one is up there somewhere. Excuse me, the link to the Ravelry page. And I'm going to release 4 of these all month long, every Monday of December. Except the last one. Yeah, probably not. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a 5th. Just bonus. Why not? I don't have a 5th pattern ready to go, but I could make one. So yeah, I have all the charts for these ones, so they're ready to go. But I don't have any samples because I sent them all to my aunt for her pop-up. And hopefully some of them got sold. I don't actually know. But yeah, I've actually done my due diligence and published that pattern. So excited about it because I know people wanted to knit them, and I might I would love to like do like an unofficial knit along. I don't know, knit along with me. I will have maybe I'll do the Cassiopeia one for next week, and I'll have one, and then I'll have a few gifts if I knit one every week. That would be fun. Knit yours and show it to me, or I don't know how. Tag me on Instagram, Barnaby Knits, or tell me what colors you're using in the comments. I don't know, but yeah, it'd be fun. Sure, whatever. No pressure, but I love knitting these. They're so much fun, and they're quick, and they're just like joyful and cute, and people love them. So yeah, maybe I'll knit one of those. I was trying to work on spinning recently, but something happened to my electric spinner, which I'm quite sure that one of my more engineering minded friends can fix, where the motor is like tilted somehow. Like this is tilted. You can sort of see that because if it's correct, it looks like that, but then this pops out. And I also found a tiny screw here that clearly came out of something. So I think we just need to take off the bottom and see. Oh no, the screw came out of there. That's not going to affect anything. Dang. Well, I don't know. I need to figure out what the problem is. Woo! That's probably why. I probably keep dropping it. It's, you know. Anyway, But I have been trying to spin this brown Manx Lofton. I think that's how you pronounce that. And this is all I have left of the second bobbin, but I don't have any way to spin it. I guess I could spin it on my Ashford and then just ply them together onto a different bobbin. Maybe I'll do that just for fun to see if it's any different. I don't recommend doing that, but you know, whatever. Sometimes beggars can't be choosers. What I really should do is just fix all of my spinning wheels, but now 2 out of 3 are broken, so that's just, yeah, super fun. Although I could probably get Jordan's boyfriend to fix the matchless. Actually, I could probably get him to fix both of these things, but if he wanted a project. But Nitin likes to fix things too, so maybe he'll fix them. I don't know. I just need to invite someone over for a fixing party. I also know women who can fix things. My friend M can fix anything. And I really want to have her on Tiny Desk Knitting because she does knit, but we keep like missing each other this fall. So, and she's going to England this week, so it won't be for a little while, but that would be really fun. But yeah, I have been knitting a little bit here and there. Mostly socks. So I knitted some cup cozies, which I showed, I think, the last time I was doing this. And then I finished this pair of green socks, which is this is my Lizzie Bennett sock. I haven't blocked them yet, but I did finish knitting them. In this fun green, bright green, like super rustic-y wool. And I talked about this before, but I will put options in the show notes for like rustic-y sock yarns you can get from the Woolly Thistle. My Woolly Thistle link is somewhere up there. I'm an affiliate. If you shop with them and you click my link, I get a small kickback at no extra cost to you, which really helps support my channel. So I appreciate it. But they have several yarns that you can get that are like for socks that are like woollier, like Earth North Snowdonia and Exmoor sock from John Urban and like Daughter of a Shepherd Drover and a few more. Sometimes they have like special ones from the Woolly Mammoth, which is really exciting. Oh, and the sweater that I'm wearing today is the Long Road hoodie by Meiju KP, which is from Lina Contrasts, which is Meiju KP's book from Lina that they published. I knitted this in Brooklyn Tweed Shelter and Button Jar. Sadly, you can't get Brooklyn Tweed Shelter anymore because Brooklyn Tweed doesn't exist. But I really appreciate, like a couple months ago when Monica and I were looking for recommendations of what to use in place of Shelter. Nothing will replace Shelter, but yeah, a lot of people said Harrisville Highland. I do like Harrisville Highland. It's not quite the same as Shelter. If you know, you know. But it is a good replacement. And I have several woolen spun yarns. I mean, I use Briggs and Little. It's way scratchier, but it's so inexpensive and their colors are actually really gorgeous. So I don't, you know, there are options, but I did finish these and I'm so pleased. So the Lizzie Bennett sock pattern is somewhere up there. Wow. I already have, that's my 4th link. So I only have 1 left. So hopefully I don't have to show you anything else. I don't think I do. Yeah, I mean, I do have more things to show you, but I am happy that these socks are done. I have a couple things to block though, so I really need to get on that, because yeah. So one of the other things I finished is this hand spun baby sweater, which I showed this a while ago. I've been working on it for a couple months, just kind of on and off, not much, and also not blocked, as you can probably tell. But my friend Mike and Allison's baby daughter, Bridget, she has grown out of all of the sweaters I made her in the last year, all 2. So this is her new sweater, and I think it will look better when it is blocked. I mean, it's fun. It looks homemade because it is made with my like earliest nasty hand spun, but it's cute and pink and fun and whimsical, and I'm sure Bridget will not care because she's 1, but I'm sure her parents will appreciate this. So yeah, would like to knit a couple more baby sweaters this month. My friend Helen is having a baby this month and it's a girl, and so I have to find some time. I think I might use this yarn. I have 2 of these. Helen's sister is also having a baby this month, which is crazy, but they live really far away in like Alaska. But maybe I'll make 2. I have 2 of these, so I was like, maybe I'll make them matching sweaters. That would be really cute. This is like dream knitting because apparently I don't have any time to knit, because I don't make any time to knit. I'm hardly running at all right now because I'm injured. I'm like, why aren't you knitting? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, so And then I have this one as well. So Monica and Nadia might get a sweater of this 3-ply hand spun, which I made a few years ago, which is really fun, actually. I haven't made Nadia a sweater yet, so I would like to make this. Make it out of this. And then, oh my gosh, my friend Lindsay had a baby like several months ago. They have a 3-year-old, I think he's almost 3, son who is named Joe, and I made him a hat, which I still haven't given him, for it's like Ravens colors for the Baltimore Ravens. Joey is Jordan's boyfriend Ryan's nephew. Everybody's related or interconnected somehow. And his dad used to work with Knitting. That's how we know them. But there's like this is the classic ribbed hat from Pearl Soho. So I was really excited to knit a little girl's hat, like a little pink hat. It doesn't have to be pink, but I was like, I'll knit it pink for his little baby sister Olivia. But I cast on with this hand spun from, again, like 3 years ago, which is not perfect, but not terrible. Thinking like that would be cute. It's really soft, but I cast on the like baby number and it came out way too big. And now I have a full size adult headband, which I can wear. So I'm going to give this to my friend Lauren, who loves pink, for Christmas instead. And Lauren, I hope you're not watching this. Sometimes my friends from home watch. My friend Ivy watches this sometimes, but so I'm trying to be careful. But then sometimes people will be like, oh, I watched your channel because I missed you. And I'm like, oh, thanks. It's really sweet of them. But I'm like, okay. Anyway, this hasn't been blocked either. So another thing that needs to be blocked. Wow, we're just coming up with so many. And this also needs to be rewashed because I dried it outside and some like sap got on it and it's like sticky and gross. So another thing for blocking. Many things. But yeah, next pair of socks. Just ripping through this stuff. Almost done. This is my first sock. This is my Mrs. Bennett pattern that I'm going to release on January 1st. So I think you can tell that's blue. The sun has now set, so like the lighting is a little bit iffy, but I'm pretty sure you can tell that this is light blue, but the shadows are like so shadowy. So I have a light and a dark blue. The light blue is Stroll from Knit Picks in the colorway Frost, which is very light blue, very pretty. I was a little afraid I was going to run out, but I'm pretty solid on not running out now. I'm almost ready to do the heel on the second sock, so I think I'll be okay. So sock number 2 is here. This was my like Thanksgiving weekend project. Did not finish both socks, but finished a sock and a half, so not bad. Almost a sock and a half. So the heels, toes, and cuffs are like a merino yak nylon yarn from the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. What do you call that? The sock squad from like 2021 or something. This is so pretty. It's not focusing because my face isn't. There it is. Oh my gosh. I made a pair of Helen Stewart socks with this earlier this year and I had so much left. I thought about knitting another pair of socks with like a different color for heels, toes, and cuffs, but I liked this combination so much. I almost reversed the colors for the second sock actually because I was worried I was going to run out of the light blue, but I didn't. Anyway, that's fun. Just been chugging away at that. So I think I need to knit some baby sweaters just to like get myself through a couple of really easy, quick projects because it's like so satisfying and people are so excited when you knit them for them. But I have also been working on my Fair Isle just slower. I think it's right here. Yeah. So my Fair Isle sweater project has been coming along. Not very quickly, but I did finally finish this second large band and then this little smaller one. So now I have to knit another one of these. So I worked really hard on this for like a week and I got a ton done and then I put it down as I suspected. And you know what? That's fine. That's just how I do. I'm not upset with myself. That is just my process. So this will get picked up and put down and picked up and put down a bunch. I'll probably bring this home over Christmas and work on it then. Just because I'll have a lot of downtime and it's nice to have something to do that's like a bigger project, just like work on it a lot and like only bring one project and then it's the only thing you can work on, so then you get a lot of it done. I think that's really useful. But yeah, I should knit a cup cozy this week and maybe get into some more Fair Isle. I should. Yeah, I think when, you know, the further you get, knitting sometimes is a really big part of my life, and sometimes I have a lot of other things going on, and so it just kind of falls by the wayside. And I think it does maybe help if I schedule like time every day to knit, like specific knitting time. That might help. I don't know, but it doesn't always have to be the most important thing. And I've said this before, people have agreed with me. It's okay to like not knit as much as I used to, and that's fine. I'm still, you know, I'm still knitting lots and enjoying it. And I have lots of yarn and lots of projects for inspiration, so like, who cares? But I do still feel like it's an important part of my life, and I love to come here and talk about it. And maybe I don't do that as often when there's a lot of other things going on, but that's okay. I'm sure that everyone appreciates the, you know, times that I do, and I appreciate you all being here. So sorry for talking about so many other things, but now I've like sucked you all into my life, and people who like find me for the first time are like, why are you talking about all this other stuff that I don't care about? And people who like have watched me for a long time are like, I want to know more. And I'm like, that's so sweet. I love that you care. I care about you too. I wish I could watch podcasts of all of you and talking about your random lives. I think that would be so fun. But yeah, yeah, lots going on because now it's Advent. So like I was at church for like, I think I left home at 8 o'clock yesterday morning, and I got home at like 7 o'clock at night. It was a long one, but we had a lessons and carols service that was really good. Actually, usually the first one's not as good as the second one. We do 2 identical lessons and carols services the first 2 Sundays of Advent in my church. And yeah, we did well yesterday. We had a high voices only service in the morning, which was difficult. My voice is still a little bit hoarse and phlegmy from whatever virus I had last week, so I was not at 100%, but I was at like 80%, which is better than 20%. And like 2 years ago, I probably talked about this, maybe you know, when I was going through this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, a bunch of us got the flu. Like one staff singer gave all the rest of the staff singers and Monica the flu. And like the weekend after Thanksgiving at Evensong, and then oh my gosh, that was so bad. We all were like really sick the week before Advent 1, which was not the weekend after Thanksgiving that year. It was like the weekend after that, because that was a week, I think that was the year that Christmas was on a Sunday. Christmas Eve was on a Sunday, and we had to sing Advent 4 in the morning. Yeah, anyway, that's a tangent. But well, I got the flu, and a couple people like Monica and I think my friend Mike like got Tamiflu early enough that like they didn't get the flu that bad, but me and my friend Sarah and like I feel like there were like at least 1 or 2 other people that had it. It was so bad. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. And I remember like the day before lessons and carols, just sitting in my bed all day, just being like, I have to get better. I can't get up. I can't do anything except drink water and take NyQuil. I have to get better so that I can go to church tomorrow and sing 2 services, one of them involving a lot of walking and choreography. And that was really miserable. Like, I'll never forget how miserable that was. And so yesterday, like the whole day I was like, don't forget how bad this was 2 years ago. This is pales in comparison. Like your hoarse throat, no problem. So it was fine. Got to sing some Handel. Got to sing some Foray. Got to sing big Advent Lessons and Carols service, and got to sing my favorite hymn, Helmsley, twice, which was fantastic. Thank you, Monica. You did such a great job playing it. Like, so trashily, but that's a compliment in case you don't know. Monica knows that, but other people might not. It was like filthy. It was great. So enjoyed that, and now we are into Advent and things are busy, but I think I will have some time to knit. I'm not really gift knitting. I mean, I have so many socks to give away that I'll probably like bring a bunch of those for gifts home with me. I have to like figure out which ones I can actually give away, but I'll figure it out. And yeah, so get some knitting done this month. And oh, I have one more thing that I wanted to show. So I found this pair of fingerless mitts, which I'm sure I have shown before, but I knitted them like 5 years ago. These are the Scaries mitts by Marie Wallen. I think they're called Scaries. Actually, I'm not positive what they're called. They're from Shetland. You know what? Why don't I just get this? Because I don't have anything else to talk about, so we might as well do an extended discussion about Shetland. It's here. Sorry, I should have paused it. So Shetland is, I think, Marie Wallen's original Jamieson's of Shetland collection. She now does collections just with her own yarn, which is cool. But this is a great book. So I'll show you some of them. Bresse, this is like a, this is a seamless. I don't know if it's bottom up or top down, but it's a deep Fair Isle yoke design knitted entirely in the round. So Marie Wallen is famous for like knitting everything flat in Fair Isle, which people don't like. And if you know enough about steeking, you can usually knit the things with steeks. I would love to adapt a Marie Wallen pattern just for my personal use. Like a steeked Marie Wallen or a pieces and Marie Wallen pattern that's designed in pieces. I would love to adapt it for a steek, or a set of steeks, but I haven't done that yet. So this is a scarf. The palette's so nice. Ninian. So this, for instance, is knitted flat. Cardigan. It's knitted flat and has set-in sleeves. It could be knitted in the round up to the armhole shaping and steeked. So that's what I would do. Okay, Scalloway tam. So there's a little hat, cute little tam, shown with Bresse. I think that's what she's wearing. This is not Marie Wallen. This is her model Georgia, who I think is Canadian. I don't know. Anyway, there's another cardigan that's called Unst. I think this is the one she redid as chestnut in her own yarn in like Meadow or something. I probably have that one too. Musa, this is like a slip over. It looks really comfortable actually. I kind of love that. When I was younger, I thought that was crazy, and then now that I'm like 32, I'm like, oh, I would wear that. Looks comfortable. It's on the cover too. It's the cover shot right there. Oh no, that's not it. This one. You can see more of it. Can't see the colors super well though, like in this one that I'm showing you here. There's a cowl, the Burra cowl. Woolly Thistle used to do kits of this. It's like knitted in the round. It's like a, I don't think it's a Mobius twist one like mine are, but it's, you could Mobius twist it. Samfree, this is really complicated and like kind of hard to see all the motifs in that. I think it's an all over, but the colors are really dark. It is an all over. So one thing that is sometimes hard about Marie Wallen patterns is that the all overs, like you need to catch so many floats because the shapes are so big, which can be a good learning experience, but hard. Like I learned that on the lapwing sweater that I made. I did adapt that one to have steeks, but that wasn't very hard. So Muckle Row, this is just like also in the round. Nice little detail at the bottom there. Walsey, I think this one, oh no, it's knitted flat. You could knit that in the round too. That would actually be not very hard. It has this like moss stitch collar thing, or moss stitch at the top. The collar's not part of it. That's part of her outfit. That's nice. Here they are, Scaries mittens. They are called the Scaries mittens. And I pretty much followed the color scheme, as you can see there. I did a pretty good job. Like, I don't think I used Shetland Spinner for all of the colors. Well, I barely used it for any of the colors. Maybe none of them. I think this is all Jamieson and Smith. But I did use the colors that she recommended, just the Jamieson and Smith versions. Probably because I couldn't afford Shetland Spinner at the time. Can barely afford it now. I buy it always buy it in England. Or from the Woolly Thistle usually, actually, because they actually now carry it. They carry it on and off, but the Woolly Thistle does carry a lot of colors of Spindrift, and they're the best. So, yeah. This is called Unst. I tried to knit this once with Steeks, and I knitted the whole bottom part in Knit Picks palette, And then tried to knit the top in Jameson Smith Heritage, which didn't work. So I ended up trying to knit it in Palette, but I just didn't like it. And I was like, I'm not going to finish this. So it's too bad because it's pretty. It's like that. And then I think this is somebody else's patterns. Yeah. I don't think they're part of it. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, Scary's Mittens. Anyway, so I was wearing these like a couple weeks ago to choir, and Monica was like, you should knit a sweater like that. And I was like, that would be really cool. Like a sweater with like these motifs. And I was like, oh, that's fun. That's a fun idea. I would probably, what I would do, I don't know. I would probably make the middle motif, use the same colors, but make it smaller so that because I just tend to do that. Like I'll do like a big and a small, but maybe just do like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's different. Why not? Be fun. I like that like the pink comes back throughout here. The purple comes back. This yellow comes back here. Like you're getting a lot of the other colors throughout, and there are the smaller motifs in between. So yeah, maybe one day I'll do that. Not now because I don't have time and I'm knitting another big Fair Isle project, but you know, someday. Anyway, yeah, so I don't actually have anything else to share. I clearly went through my knitting really fast and I rambled a little bit, and I have a two new patterns for you to go and buy if you want. And I would love to see your projects on Ravelry. There will be another cup cozy pattern next week on Monday that I will tell you about on Tuesday. If you haven't seen it, I'll probably put it on Instagram. I just put it up on Ravelry today. It's Monday when I'm recording this. So actually somebody already saw it and bought it, which was really cool that they stalked me on Ravelry. Thank you, whoever that was. I am super flattered. But I will post on Instagram, and then tomorrow I'll put it, you know, in the up there early in the episode, wherever I said I would put it, the Cassiopeia Cup Cozy. Say that 3 times fast. You're welcome to suggest other constellations or stars that I can use for the rest of them in the comments. That would be great. So that's all for now. Please send good vibes for my foot to get better. It doesn't hurt today, and it often doesn't hurt when I'm walking around. It just like hurts when I run. So I'm gonna go to Run Club tonight because there's like a 1 mile run, and I'm gonna just do that with my friend Amanda and her 5-year-old, who I'm giving this cowl to, and then see how my foot feels. So yeah, cool. So thank you so much for watching. Happy December. I hope you're staying cozy. This has been Tiny Destining with Emma. Bye.